Welcome to the session on AddressSanitizer, or ASAN. In the world of C and C++ development, memory-related bugs are among the most difficult to track down and resolve. ASAN is a fast, compiler-based tool designed to detect these errors during runtime. Originally developed by Google, it is now a core component of both the LLVM Clang and GCC compiler suites. Today, we will explore how it works, how to enable it, and why it is an essential tool for building ultra-scalable and reliable systems. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how to use ASAN to catch memory corruption before it reaches your production environment.
Why do we need ASAN? Manual memory management in C and C++ is powerful but prone to human error. Even the most experienced developers can introduce bugs like buffer overflows or use after free conditions. These issues often lead to silent corruption, where a program continues to run with incorrect data, only to crash much later in a completely unrelated section of code. This makes debugging a nightmare. In ultra-scalable systems, a single memory bug can lead to security vulnerabilities or massive system-wide failures. ASAN provides immediate feedback the moment an invalid memory access occurs, pinpointing the exact line of code responsible.
The magic behind ASAN lies in its shadow memory architecture. For every 8 bytes of application memory, ASAN reserves 1 byte of shadow memory. This shadow byte acts as a status indicator. If the value in the shadow memory is 0, it means all 8 bytes of the corresponding application memory are clean and accessible. Non-zero values indicate that the memory is poisoned or restricted. The compiler inserts checks before every memory access to verify the state of the shadow memory. If a check fails, the program immediately terminates with a detailed error report. This mechanism is significantly faster than traditional tools like Valgrind. Enabling ASAN is remarkably simple. It does not require changing your source code. You only need to add specific flags to your compiler and linker commands. The primary flag is -fsanitize equals address. For the best debugging experience, you should also include -f no omit frame pointer, which ensures that the stack traces in the error reports are accurate and readable. Adding -g for debug symbols allows ASAN to show you the exact file names and line numbers. Note that while ASAN is fast, it does increase memory usage and execution time, so it is typically used during development and testing rather than in final production binaries. One of the most dangerous bugs ASAN detects is use after free. This occurs when a program continues to use a pointer after the memory it points to has been freed. This can lead to unpredictable behavior or security exploits. When memory is freed, ASAN poisons the corresponding shadow memory and places the memory block into a quarantine zone. This prevents the memory from being reallocated too quickly. If the program attempts to access that memory while it is in quarantine, ASAN catches the access and provides a report showing where the memory was originally allocated and where it was freed. Buffer overflows occur when a program writes data outside the boundaries of an allocated array. ASAN detects these by surrounding every allocated block of memory with red zones. These red zones are areas of poisoned memory. If an index goes out of bounds, it will inevitably hit a red zone, triggering an ASAN error. ASAN can detect overflows on the heap, the stack, and even for global variables. For example, if you have an array of 10 integers and you try to access the 11th element, ASAN will stop the execution immediately and identify the buffer size and the offset of the illegal access. ASAN also includes a subtool called Leak Sanitizer, or LSAN. While regular ASAN focuses on invalid accesses, LSAN focuses on memory that was allocated but never freed before the program exited. At the end of the program's execution, LSAN performs a scan of the memory to find any blocks that are no longer reachable. If leaks are found, it prints a report listing the stack traces of where the leaked memory was originally allocated. This is invaluable for maintaining the long-term stability of ultra-scalable systems that must run for weeks or months without exhausting system resources. While ASAN is optimized, it is not free. It typically introduces a 2x slowdown in execution speed and increases memory consumption by 2x to 4x. This is due to the shadow memory overhead and the extra instructions inserted for checking. However, compared to older tools like Valgrind, which can slow down a program by 20x or 50x, ASAN is exceptionally fast.
Because of this efficiency, many teams run their entire suite of automated unit tests with ASAN enabled. This allows for continuous verification of memory safety without significantly delaying the development cycle or the CI/CD pipeline.
In a modern DevOps environment, ASAN should be integrated directly into your CI/CD pipeline. By compiling and running your tests with ASAN enabled during every build, you create a safety net that catches memory bugs as soon as they are introduced. You can configure your test runner to treat ASAN errors as test failures, preventing buggy code from being merged into the main branch. This shift-left approach to memory safety is crucial for ultra-scalable systems where the cost of a production failure is extremely high. Most modern CI runners like GitHub Actions or GitLab CI support ASAN out of the box.
As we wrap up, remember that ASAN is one of the most powerful tools in a C++ developer's arsenal. To get the most out of it, use it early and often. Don't wait until you have a mysterious crash to enable ASAN. Make it a standard part of your debug build configuration. Combine it with other sanitizers like UBSAN for undefined behavior and TSAN for thread-related issues to achieve comprehensive coverage. By mastering AddressSanitizer, you ensure that your code is not only fast and scalable, but also robust and secure. Thank you for your time and happy debugging.